I'm going to show you the best base locations that I've found so far in Grounded 2. So some of these you'll like more than others. Some of you will like some of you will like the others. They're going to be in no particular order. I'm just going to go through these as I go through them. So one of the first ones I found, it's out of the way. It's in a kind of inconvenient spot, but it's pretty cool. It's near the fire pit, though, and near the picnic table, but pretty far from pretty much everything else. But it's really neat. So if you have the Orb Weaver Spider, you can actually get here without any building. But with just a little bit of building, you can get where you can just get up on this rope and then just go to either one of these posts. And you have this rock to build on, so you can build like a whole empire here. You can build on the rock, you can build on the rope, you can build on the stumps or whatever, the posts. There's just a lot of building space here and a lot of open space and a lot of creativity could be used here. Other than that, though, horribly inconvenient spot, but very great building spot. The next location is great for building and a pretty good location, but kind of a weird build. So it's this area with the stones. So if you go right here, this is the very center of the map. This is probably one of the most convenient spots to build. It's like there's another spot I'll show that's also convenient, but this one's good for a creative builder because you can build on these things. And so you can build stairs, you can level things out, you can connect things and stuff. So you can create a crazy series of structures here. So for a creative builder, it's a great area to build. But again, it's located in the very center of the map. So there's no like running 40 miles to go get anything. It's just everything you need is the quickest reasonable distance away. So pretty good all-around spot and especially good for a creative builder. The next spot is also conveniently located with a lot of creative building options. The catch is it's much more dangerous. There's a wolf spider that can end up under there. There's spiders under there. There's butterflies. There's all sorts of like different, I think there's mosquitoes over there. You got a juice box over there. So that's nice for some good, water every now and then. But anyway, but this spot, you can do a lot of creative stuff. You can build up to the rope. You can build up to those. You can build up to the street light and try to get up on there. Or you just build on this rock, which is a pretty good level area for your first building. Just be aware, it's a lot more dangerous, a lot more enemies. And this area is right here. So even more conveniently located than the previous one, which was over here. But these are the two like really conveniently located spots that I found that I think are good. And then after that, it's like you lose the convenience of being in the center of the map, but then we have some other good areas to look at. Then we have a really good early game location. It's a little bit dangerous, though, because you get orb weavers that spawn over there, which could be convenient, though, for farming silk rope and stuff. But this rock is a pretty good flat area to build on, but you could try to find another area right around this area to build. There's water, so there's gnats and stuff. And there's the main thing here that makes it really good early game. There's clay for building, which is amazing for just getting tons of structures down. But then also there's these mushrooms that spawn right here. So you just get like free food, basically. Never have to worry about food unless you're playing with like 4 people or something. And that's like really the gist of this spot. It's also near this ranger station, so you don't have to go very far to go do upgrades and things. And so it's just overall, it's a pretty clean, decent spot in a pretty early game area that's great if you're like kind of, more early on. Then we got Old Reliable, which is probably what like 60% of all the players who ever played this game did for their first base, which is this area right here at the beginner's ranger station. It's just a nice open area right in front of the ranger station. You can sometimes find water up there every day. There's a good route for doing sap tap type things. You can put dew collectors here. It's a pretty decent location. It's kind of far from some of the end game stuff up here though, so like the location kind of sucks honestly, but like if you're like brand new, it's just like the default easy spot to have a base. It's actually not bad at all. It's just a decent spot. Then there's this area, which is really good if you're planning to build a lot, because there's just a ton of perfectly flat space. You can get up from here. There's a spoon that goes through the middle. You can get up from the other side. There's a bunch of ways to get up, especially if the spider. This is Snackbar front. It's this wooden area. Pretty default, boring place to build, but if you're planning to build like a giant castle or something enormous, this is where you're going to find a good flat space to do it. Another pretty neutral place to build is this area. There's a lot of open space, and there's a ranger station right next to it. It's just right here, kind of out of the way because it's more towards the pine area, but if you like the pine area and the fire pit and the picnic table regions, then it's a pretty decent location. It's going to be near the ranger station. You have plenty of space to build, and you could potentially build up onto that ledge eventually. There's a lot of creative stuff you could do here, but I don't know, it's just a pretty alright spot. Then we have this spot, which I like a lot. It's actually really awesome. The only problem is it's really far out of the way. It's the same problem as like the one down here, but even worse. All the way in the corner by the fire pit and the pine hill. If that doesn't bother you though, then you have this amazing spot with an amazing view. There's plenty of space to build right through here. There's a wolf spider that can spawn over there, spiders and things over there, lingon berries in the bushes. But the big thing about this that makes it so nice is not just like, oh, it's so cool and has a great view. It's that it's the only spot up on the pine hill where you can just walk up and down easily on this route. Like, you can just go up and down as you please without having to go around and climb up some way or build something. It basically has a driveway, basically. So I like this spot a lot. Inconvenient place, but amazing view and convenient way to get onto Pine Hill. The next spot is also terribly inconvenient of a spot, but it's really cool for building. There's this log that I'm on up here. And this log, very obvious to see, you can't miss it. It's just like a very fun place to just build a long, skinny base. You can go over, build all the way over to that, build over to those things or something. You build down to this, but mainly it's a really interesting, unique place to build a base. You can have a very long, skinny base on top of this log. I found another interesting, just open location, kind of central actually, not the most central. So right here is this really interesting spot to build where it's just kind of an open, flat area. There's actually a really nice area to build, somewhat conveniently located. It's a little closer to the ice cream cart area, and the trash can, so if you want those for resources, and blueberries down here. So it's an all right spot. It's a pretty just like neutral feeling area. It's just a really like clean looking, like pleasant looking area to build. The next area is kind of interesting. So it's going to be for a unique type of player who wants a unique type of build here. So if you go over here to the side of the map, this is an area where you can get lingon berries. And so you can get over into here. You'll see these mushrooms. You can get back into here. You could build up on this ledge. You could build anywhere around here, or you could go deep in here. And there's spiders back here, so you kind of got to try to find like the right spot for it. But you could get back in here and build some kind of crazy base back in here. You could try to... I can't even bring this guy out with me. Let me see if I can get out here on foot. You can try to build out here where you can actually like see out. Like here's a pretty decent spot to build back here. So if you want kind of like a hideaway spot in the bushes, like that type of vibe, this area over here, I mean, I like it a lot for it. The only issue is it's very inconveniently placed. I mean, you're near the picnic table, the Pine Hill, and the snack bar front, but you are so far from everything else. So horrible location, but a very unique vibe if you're going for something like this. And then we got this real crazy spot. You probably don't want to do this until you beat the early access and get the orb weaver spider, so you can walk on these webs full speed, or else you'll have to build like some crazy way to get up here. But there's the side of this not ice cream machine, whatever this is. I don't even know, refrigerator or something. If you go down to the entrance and you head over to the tree, that's the tree right there, by the way. From the tree, you can easily get up here from this spider web, and you get up to this flat space here. Now, there's some spiders that spawn here, and then there's a full-size orb weaver at the very top. But there's webs that go there, and then there, and connect to that. You can build on this. You can actually just build up on here. Yeah, you can build. And I don't know, I haven't done a whole lot with it, but maybe you can actually build and connect the top to the bottom. I'm not 100% on that. But yeah, you can build down there. You can get up to here. And then this spot right here, I don't think has any spiders on it. So this is actually a safer spot to build. Actually, never mind. This area doesn't let you build. Never mind. I didn't try till just now. But at least the area down there. You can build up there. It's a pretty cool area. I bet you probably can't build up there either then. But yeah, so I just wanted to share that one too. I thought that one was very interesting. It's very inconvenient in that it's in the very corner of the map, just like the Pine Hill one. But it's very, very unique. So if you're just more interested in a unique, interesting base location, then that one's pretty good. And that's all for this video, guys. I just wanted to share the best ones I found so far. If I find more, maybe I'll make a part 2. But and there's definitely going to be better, like, other good ones out there as well. I just have not come across them or did not acknowledge them as good base locations when I saw them. But hopefully this was able to help somebody out trying to figure out where they want to settle down their base. Now you know some of the best base locations that I've found personally in Grounded 2.